Okay, we're back. I know it's wobbly, but focus is in better, so we're going to try this. Today we're going to learn about backwards foil. Sometimes I call it unfoiling. This is really the most important, one of the most important ones you'll learn, okay? So pay attention. You might have to watch this video more than once, and it's going to take a little bit to get it to understand, okay? So what we do here is, what you need to know first is if this is a plus sign here, so put if plus, okay? That means that the signs are the same. Okay, so when we break it into our two little parentheses, that means that both of the signs are going to be the same. To know what that sign is, you look back at this one. This one is a plus, so we know that both of them automatically are going to be plus plus. Now, if it's a plus, you have to think adding. Okay, so think adding. Okay, you're going to list your factors of 6. So what multiples of 6 do I have? Well, I can get 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. Those are the only factors of 6. Now we have to think adding. Which factors here are going to add to get me 5? Well, 2 and 3. So what times itself is x squared? X and x. Okay, so we knew that one. And it works out really nice when there's no numbers in front here. That works, it's a lot easier. And then we know that 2 and 3, so we put the 2 in, we put the 3 in. What I always say is check with your loops. So draw in 2 loops here and here. This gives me positive 2 times x is plus 2x. Positive 3 times x is plus 3x. Do those add to get me that middle term? They sure do, so that is my answer. Okay, you're going to have to do quite a few of these to catch on. So we're going to try to fill out this example one. When there's a number out in front, you have to take into consideration the factors of 3. Well, the only factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Okay, factors of 8, I got 1 and 8. I got 2 and 4. And I think that's it. Yep. Okay, so if this is a plus, that means the signs are the same. You got to look back here. What are both of the signs? Oh, they're both negative. Now, that's not always going to be the case, okay? So if this is a plus, signs are the same. Look back here. So both minus. Now, the only factors of 3 are 3 and 1, so that's a good sign. So I'm going to put a 3x here and a 1x here, or just x. Okay, because you need to multiply. So when you do first times first, remember this is unfoiling. So like if I was foiling this, first times first, I get back to this term here. Okay, now what I do is I just add in my loops. When you have a first term here, it kind of looks like a smiley face. That looks like his nose, and that looks like his mouth. When you have a first term here, you have to kind of just guess and check. Generally speaking, the amount of times that I factored, the ones that will work are the ones that are closest together. Okay? Now we have to try the 2 and the 4, and then we have to try the 4 and the 2. So you have to try both terms because that 3 is going to get multiplied by different things. So let's say we try 4 and 2 first. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3x is negative 6x. Does that add to get me negative 14? No, that's negative 10. So that didn't work. So the 4 and the 2 didn't work. But remember, we have to switch them around. So I'm going to try the 2 and then the 4. So 2 and 4, and I'm going to erase this part here. This is when it's nice to have a whiteboard to work on. Negative 2 times x, oh, that's negative 2x. Negative 4 times negative 3x, that's negative 12x. Does that add to get me the negative 14? Sure does. So that is how I unfoil that one. So let's go over to some examples. We're just going to walk through a few of them. Ooh, a little shaky here. Okay. The good news is you don't have a lot with numbers in front, which is good. You're still always looking if there's a greatest common factor, okay? This one does not have a greatest common factor. So right away, the only ones that's going to get me x squared is x and x. Okay, look here. This is a positive. That means signs are the same. Look back here. That means they're both going to be negative. So you have to think adding, okay? If this is a plus, you need to think adding. What factors of 16? Well, I have 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. Which factors, when you think adding, are going to get me negative 10? 1 and 16? Nope. 2 and 8? Yeah. 2 and 8. And if you are worried that you are wrong, you can always put in your loops and check. That's a negative 2x, negative 8x. Yep, that adds back to that. That is how you complete that. So let's try another one. Factors of 40. I got 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. Anything else I'm missing? I think I got them all. Okay. This is a plus sign, so the signs are the same. You need to think adding. You also look back here to see what sign it is. Oh, they are both adding. So x plus, think adding. Which one of these is going to add to 22? Well, right here, 20 and 2. Okay, let's try another one. This is a plus sign. Look back here. Oh, that means they're both adding. If this is a plus sign, you have to think adding.